sports day or undokai, or it's probably another word for it. I can't think of it in Japanese. But they have different words for it. We call it sports days, but I think it's more like exercise day.
Yeah, or a field day if you have field day in elementary school.
Yeah, I really enjoy sports day at my school, but I just like sports in general. But it's not really sports. It's more like it's like a field day. It's a lot of like running events, like the 100-meter, the 4x4.
Relays.
I'm making up
jump
stuff.
Rope.
Yeah, jump rope.
Relays, jump rope. And not an obstacle course per se, but something like it.
Yeah.
You have obstacles and things that you kind of have to go through.
Yeah.
Not so complex,
And
though.
there's probably special events just for your school. Like Lorena's school had, I don't know, how many colors did you have at your school? Like 5 colors, like teams?
Last year we had 6. Well, the first year we had 6, and this year we had 5.
Yeah, so they're like the whole grade, the whole school is divided. Well, I don't know how yours did it, but my whole school was divided to the first, second, and third years, and then within the first years there was 4 teams. Within the second years, like 4 teams. Third years, 4 teams. So there could have been like 12 teams.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And at my school right now, there are 5 classes for each grade. So in each grade, one class is one color, and then with that color, there's a corresponding second grade class and first grade class.
Okay.
So there's one of each class for each color.
Okay, that's probably what I was trying to say too. There are 12 teams, but they're not competing. The first year's not competing with second year, so there could be like 3 red teams, but they're one's the first, one's the second, one's third.
Right, and they're all part of like one big.
Yeah, but one interesting thing about my school, my junior high, is that the boys do like I don't know what to call it, but I would call it like a test of strength. So the boys, there's 2 events where they kind of stack the boys on top of each other on the shoulders, and they like walk. So they make like a wall of students, and they like walk forward.
A little bit acrobatic.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that or not, or remember it.
I may have seen it, but I can't recall.
And then another one, they get the third years to do the main piece, which is they do a human tower of like 5 stacks of kids up top.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the top kid is like, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
and we didn't do that at my school.
Yeah.
No.
So the first year I was like, whoa, what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
The second year I knew what was going to go on, so I actually went and helped the third years this year. During free time, they get the students and they practice, because it's, they can get injured. So we go to the gym and throw mats and we practice. Mm-hmm. They actually failed every single time. They only did it twice, the day before and the day of.
Wow.
So just be there on hand, to like hold, lift, and support or catch if they fall,
Yeah. We have missed explaining exactly what it is, but it's usually in the summer or sometimes in the fall.
Yeah.
And they organize themselves, and it has all these different facets. You might think it's just the staying active in the sports part, but there's so many facets of it. And so for maybe a month before it, they'll practice for it. Before school, after school, during school, I feel.
Yeah, during PE.
During PE. And they'll train for it in PE, and then also they create, at my school, like huge banners with a mascot for their team, in which they have to sketch out and execute a huge banner.
It's almost like a skyscraper ad, like they're really big.
Yeah, they have to grid it out on the mat to like be able to paint it. And so they have so many different facets, and there's also a cheer portion in which they have to do a cheer as a team, and so they have to plan that. There's music that goes with it, or not music. Yeah, there's music that goes with it.
A little, yeah.
Yeah, a little music that goes with it. And so it's a lot of different facets, and it's a lot of preparation. So it's a really good opportunity for you. It's probably the first event at your school past the opening ceremony, but it's a good place for you to get involved, because there's a lot of different facets of it that you can involve yourself with.
Yes, and this is going on in junior high, elementary, and high school. So no matter where you're placed, you're going to be doing it. It's really like ingrained in this country, like sports day.
Right.
I will say though, if you do not like sports, be prepared for a lot of your classes probably to be canceled anyways, because they're practicing nonstop for this.
Yeah, they're dedicated.
So for us English teachers at this time, it slows down a lot. Mm-hmm. So you might find yourself with a lot of free time. So really go out and participate, talk to students, watch, just so you know what's going to go on. So when the day does come, you're kind of aware of what role you might be given, or if anything,
Right. I don't know about your school, but in my school, I was assigned one color, one group. So that's who I was with. And so when I was with them, I was giving them tips and like helping them out. They do their legs are tied and they do like a race.
Oh, it's like a caterpillar kind of
almost
thing.
like a caterpillar thing.
That's a fun one.
And so I would help them tie up, and like if they needed more spacing, just kind of help, like you're another set of eyes that you help them so that they can win.
Yeah.
I'm not into sports, but it's still a fun time. There's a lot that goes into it, and it's really different than the U.S.